So welcome back to Summoner 2, and we're going to head off to Miridan's Pass to help in the war efforts, because apparently our soldiers have been encountering resistance from Krobelus there. So we're going to go and put a stop to his mad schemes. Because Krobelus was once on our side, after already being an enemy, but still, he was on our side at one point, and that means he's our business to deal with. What do you have to report, General? We sustained heavy casualties, Your Grace, but we still hold the pass. How many soldiers are we up against? Not soldiers, Your Grace. Monsters. Unlike anything I've ever seen before. And any sign of Krobelus? No, Your Grace. He hasn't left the Tamarath Citadel. Then we'll help you defend the pass, General. I shall take command. So this battle basically consists of you're allowed to control troops, sort of, by telling them where to go, and they'll defend the place you tell them to defend with their lives. And then you can also split up and defend as you want. But obviously we're not going to bother with actually using our own troops at all. We're just going to go and solo everything because, you know, we're stupidly overpowered at this point. We can do what we want. And we're protagonists, of course. And how are those mercenaries, by the way? Oh, they're awesome. Yeah, Hawkwood's company. Whew, those guys are sweet. Sup, Hawkwood? Your Grace. He thinks highly of you. Your regulars are good, but we haven't fought a war in 16 years. Experience is the best teacher. Sup, guys? Go to a location. Go to the Gate of Galdia. Go to Galdia Blue. Sup, Vizier? How you doing? So she's a clairvoyant, and she's going to give us the ability to check out anything we want on the map at any time. And also we're going to be able to teleport to specific locations, but only one character at a time. So basically we're going to use that to be able to instantly start the fight, because we have to come back to here to start it, so we'll leave 2 of our party members on the other side. Yep, so monsters will be red on the map. Got it. Now then, if you remember earlier on when we were last in Miridan's Pass, we were looking after that creature. And now he's fully grown, and since we were so nice to him, he's going to be awesome to us and help us out. Sup, mate? How you doing? Aw, it's giving me a gift. No, strength plus 50, aren't you so cute? Yep, so this creature's now going to follow Maya wherever she goes, because Maya was awesome to her. Or to him. I don't know what the sexuality of the beast is. So there are no actual enemies here at the moment. So mate, go to Galdia Blue, because basically, how you're supposed to do this is you're supposed to like try and defend the place without them reaching your home for as long as possible. But I'm just going to shove everyone at the very first flags and then just handle everything myself, and if anything does get through, then they'll just be able to take it down at that point. These 2 up here will be able to take on anything that goes up there. Got 3 dudes down here. We got someone up here, but you know, they're like far in the back. They're not actually going to do anything here. What's the point? So mate, go to Galdia Blue. Like, we could put them all on the actual at the actual gateway, but I'd prefer for none of them to die, because, you know, I would feel bad if that was to happen. On that note, I should have sent you to the Galdia Blue instead, my bad. Go Galdia Yellow, actually. I think that's that one up there. Nope, it looks like that was the wrong one. Okay, Galdia Green it is then. Okay, so basically what we're going to do here, which is probably what you're not supposed to do, is we're just going to put Maya here, and she'll have a creature with her. Going to put Torgus over here. You okay, creature? Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, he's going to stay with Maya, that's good. And since Sangor's the fastest, we're going to send her back to talk to the dude. So we got our two party members there who should be able to aggro everything as soon as it comes out of the enemy base. So effectively, we're just saying, what's that? We lost some of our soldiers, screw that, we're not going to lose any more, we're just going to handle it ourselves. Because we're nice like that. We're the protagonists. And sadly the Vizier's token is right down at the bottom because it's V, you know, just to be annoying. Yes, General. Right, there we go, we've aggroed both. Now we can go and teleport up there and it'll be safe. Let's go to Gaudia Blue. Yep, so these three people here will just defend just in case anything does get past, even though it shouldn't be able to, because as you can see here, everything's attacking us and no one's taking damage. Look how ridiculous this is, because they do both have regeneration and they have so much equipment, but it's ridiculous. Like, I am so overgeared for this place because I've actually done both of the bonus areas in the game before I came here. Well, all except for one single thing, because I can't do the final part of the Labyrinth of the Guardians yet. Right, well since I'm an ice elemental I can't actually deal with these ones, so I'm just going to have to wait for Maya to do that. Which is done. Yep, so this is the Battle for Miridan's Pass, by the way. I think it was intended to actually be quite challenging, but as you can see, yeah. They literally can't leave their spawn location. I'm literally spawn camping them. We'll be on their way soon, not that it will actually matter. Yeah, so this is actually a timed event, so we're just going to have to wait around here now. So, how was your day, creature? Ate any good nuts? You look pretty good, by the way. I like your design. So then, this equipment, the Supreme Gear, I really like it. It's definitely the best looking equipment in the game, which fits being the final equipment of the game. I kind of like the orangeness of it, because if it was just the metal colour, it would look kind of bland, but the hints of orange inside it look kind of nice. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with her rear end, protection-wise. It looks like she just doesn't have any metal on her, you know, on her behind. I understand wanting to look sexy, Maya. I mean, like, you're a bit of a jerk, but that's great. You know, you like that type of thing, but, you know, wear some armor, babe. You okay, Torgus? You okay? Okay, we got snake poison on now. So even though we can't attack, we can't kill these things that are blue, we'll still poison. Yep, so like I said, we're literally spawn camping, and Torgus is just sitting around there doing nothing. What's up, Torgus? You want to come and help? There, you leveled up. Yeah, Torgus is actually about 3 or 4 levels behind everyone else. Just because I wasn't able to use him in the Labyrinth of the Guardians because I had to take Morbas on instead. So as a result, he ended up falling behind on levels. But he's still fine because, I mean, just look at him, he's not taking damage. Here we got reinforcements. They can stay at the entrance, I don't mind. Like I said, none of our army is going to be able to touch an enemy here. It's fine. Yep, we've held them off. The last wave will soon advance. You mean that, you know, the final assault? So you're only going to send 3 waves at us, so this has been your second wave. Was that supposed to be a challenge? You know, you sent reinforcements, so I think you expected the enemy, like our own side, to start dying. It's not happening, game. We're spawn camping them, it's fine. I think I'll refresh snake poison. So, Tugs, mate. Oh, 1 second, I've actually got a fight now. I just need to make sure that I've aggroed everything before we start killing. Yeah, we have to. Because if any do get past, then they'll actually have to start attacking our dudes, and that wouldn't be good. You know what, thinking about it, what's your status like? Your strength is 200, never mind. I was wondering about giving her a strength necklace when I got, but she's already got max strength, because 200 is the maximum stat you can have. Well, they're giving a lot of experience, these guys, considering in fact how weak they are. So, we've won, basically. Group up, guys, how you doing? Where's our creature gone? Oh well. Sweet. So, for everything that you don't lose, like for every flag that the enemies don't reach, you get an extra item. So, we're just going to get spammed with items now. Boosted, again, one of the best stats in the game. Probably give that to someone great. Mastery of Stealth, so that'll just make our stealth ability even better, but we don't really need it. Regeneration Band, that's always good. Energy Shield, so that'll allow us to deal damage to people attacking us. Same with Ice Shield, same with Fire Shield. Yep, so that was easy. That was a Battle of Miridan's Pass. It's time again for extra credit bonus side quest time, for the final side quests of the game. Since this has been a short section, I'm going to just shove all of the side quests that remain into this one video, with the exception of getting the final runestones. I'll save that for the next video since it makes more sense then. So here I'm just collecting all 5 of the plants from the different areas that we planted earlier in the game and fertilised. So to start off with, there was one on Tiamora, there was the one back here in Miridan's Pass which I forgot to pick up. Here was the one in the base of Indubal, and then we'll be going after the one that was in the Ela Caverns, and finally the one that's on the way to the Papyrus lab, which we're going to be using to actually make all of these into elixirs to use. And even though I'm getting all these elixirs now, I actually end up wasting them all on later on, because I just forget to really bother to use them, and then I just use them midway through one of the last episodes because I still have them. Hello Matthew, you're back! And so is your boat. Are we borrowed again? Be my guest. Sure thing, mate. So we just take his boat back to the lab. Gotta kill all those assassins still on the way, which is annoying. So I'm just using the last of the paper circles we have right now. And then I'll be going on to get all of these elixirs made, as well as the poisons made, which I haven't done yet. So that all takes about 4 minutes combined. So I'm going to just end up cutting the majority of it out. I just wanted to kind of show that this would be the place where I was going to do it all. And then I'll just do it all off screen, because even in the extra credit bonus side quest time, that's boring to watch. So all our poisons are now upgraded, and we're able to get, I think it's like 10 or 20 stats or something per one of those elixirs. And there's the Lost Realm Atlas, which I forgot to pick up from the Realm of Twilight Library, so I had to go back and get that and talk to this guy. And yes, I did go and talk to this guy before I got it back, so I had to take the boat yet again to get to him. It was a bit annoying. Ideally, you want to make sure you properly explore the library so you don't have to make that mistake again. And there is one of the final items we need to, I think it's actually the final one, to give to the Munari gods to get stat boosts. But right now, since we've completed the battle for Miridan's Pass, we can talk to our general guy and he'll give us the best shield in the game, the Invincible Shield, for giving all of the money to help donate to the war efforts and the like. So here we're using the last of the Rim artifacts we got on the other planet, and we can either get a crossbow from him or we can get a dagger from him, and I'm going to go for the dagger since it'll be more useful. It's the same dagger we can actually buy now from our palace, but we just get one for free. It'll be replaced soon, but for the time being we're going to be using it. And here we go and give the final ivory box to get the Rimlord's treasure. So we have to say that obviously to get the extra item as well, to mention that it was the Nula and Nala people. And then we just have to say who their father is. Again, you find out all this stuff on the in the island itself. So we're going to say that this guy's father is the one that's on the beach, which means you have to now go all the way back down to the beach to go and get it from him. So obviously I cut that bit out as well. So right here we're going to see him on the beach. This is where you start this on Tiamora Island. And we get the fourth of those keys. So now we're going to head back to Neru's lair, which we haven't been since literally the first hour of the game. And we're going to surprise all of these pirates by stealing the great treasure right from under their faces. Because if you remember, there were 4 locks on this wall, and now we have the 4 keys to fit it. So what could possibly be the Rimlord's treasure? Some sort of great artifact? Some sort of giant monster thing? It's kind of underwhelming, so I wouldn't get your hopes up. We do have to go through each key, which is a little bit annoying, but you know. I decided to keep it in because it's the Rimlord treasure. Ooh. It's the thing that everybody's been talking about through, well, side quest people have been talking about through the game. So one of these cases was in a locked door in Indibar, which we had to pick lock. One of them was from the Realm of Twilight by talking to someone with a mask equipped. One of them was on this island already, and the last one was from killing the bonus boss in Papyrus that Sangor had to face alone. And here we finally get the treasure. It is 100,000 gold and a willpower mastery ring, but most importantly, the Vandal mask, which is a green mask, which we're going to be using to get one of the most important side quest items in the game from the Realm of Twilight. So this is the last time I'm coming back here. I decided not to bother making gems and weapons with orbs on because it's just boring, and I didn't actually use the RE until the end anyway, so it doesn't matter. So a tiny aquarium, this is going to be used for the Munari gods as well, so that's actually the last one we're getting. I was mistaken earlier. And then we're going to go and head up to get the main item we came here for. So this item we needed to get all 4 of those boxes for, to get all 4 of the keys on Tiamora Island, to get this mask, to talk to this one guy. All 4? What do you think it's for? It's super unimpressive, I'll tell you that anyway. So if you haven't managed to guess it yet, what we're getting from him is going to be the Dream Song, which is the last song we're going to give to the guy in our palace. And he will play that for us, and we get something special from it, which we'll be seeing in the next part. And here is one of the most useless side quest items, giving this guy 3 spirit velums. So he can either make us a really unimpressive suit of armour, a really unimpressive sword, or a really unimpressive necklace. And even though this stuff is literally made out of paper, and it's only also a small scroll, I don't know how exactly you made a huge chest plate out of it, it actually has minus speed on it, because it's armour still. You know, if it's paper, how does it lower your speed? That makes no sense, it's supposed to be light. They really didn't bother with this stuff. These velum items are really useless. Let's get in this 3rd piece. And then he summons a demon from it. Well, a ghost anyway, but we just basically one-shot. Now do you see my predicament? I simply can't control myself. Oh, what a fool. Yes, you can't actually get the third item there. So here we're going to be using the last of the items we got. That's the book that we got from giving the atlas to the guy. That increased our stats. And there'll be a few more. The tiny aquarium is going to give us some strength. I didn't give this to Torgus because he's actually got 200 strength at the moment. So giving him any more strength at this point would be an absolute waste. Because you can't get over 200. But he does have 200 because he has the enchant fire doubling his strength. So he's still going to be weak against anything that absorbs fire damage. But to those things, you could just kick him in the face, so it doesn't matter. So I wanted to make sure that Sangor is also going to get 200 strength now. And here we dump that in there. I think that was the... I forgot. Oh yeah, that was the magical dictionary, that one that we just gave then. The dictionary notes that it talks about the language of waters and stuff like that, so that's why you know to use it on a Minari god. And here we're going to use the Thought Collector, which we got from the other planet. Because the God of Silence would obviously want us to just think about stuff without talking. And then finally, while we're here, well when I say finally, there's two more things we're doing in this part, we're going to finally cure this guy! You know this guy who's been suffering for ages because we decided to really screw up healing him? Yeah, let's actually heal him for good now. How do you feel, mate? That's much better! Yay! So he just gives us this code. I actually already know what this is because again it doesn't change between playthroughs, so we didn't actually need to do any of this for him. But you know, it's a side quest, I'll do it anyway. And because I want him to be helpful, of course, I'm the protagonist. So here, we're going to go and input all the codes just to get a few extra stat boosts from these machines in here. You're able to get these by, like all of these codes are just hidden around areas. Most of them are in Munari City. I can't remember if I actually picked up the one from, Thingy or not, from the guy, like the scientist leader's home. I don't remember if I recorded it or not anyway. I think there's also a paper circle in there, so maybe we didn't upgrade one of our poisons that we're never going to use, so it doesn't matter. So there's 5 of these machines I think overall, and we're just going to go and use all of them. So these codes are the same each time, you just need to know what they are, and then you can do it as soon as you get in Minari City if you want to. I just avoided doing it until now because I felt like doing them after I helped that guy to get the code. Because it felt like the more normal thing to do. The stat boosts also aren't that impressive, because if they were very impressive I would have just done this earlier in the game, to be honest, because again, if you're not going to randomise things in your game, then don't be shocked if people decide to cheap it out. And Torch is being in the way there, being annoying. So there's one more of these machines in here, and I think I have to look for it for a bit, which is a bit annoying, because I wasn't able to quite find it. It's on the same table as another machine, but it's only clickable on one side of the table, which is kind of stupid. So as you can see, I'm kind of like running around here trying to find which one it is. So in the next part anyway, since we're coming up to the end now, we're going to be heading off to talk to Morbazon, because he said if we take him to the Adytum of the Unseen, he will explain everything. And hopefully his head will explode, but I'm not holding out hopes of that. And we're also going to go and get 3 of the final summons in the game, like the level 3 summons. Since 2 of them are bonus areas that we'll get to on that video, because it makes most sense to do it when we get one that's in the Adytum of the Unseen. So until next time, be lovely to each other.